nipples, around his nipples, under his arms, down his middle, around his stomach, his belly button, the hair below it, to the great thing between his legs.
Well, unfortunately for that poetry thing, that got me out of being too inverted. I was really, in fact, I was suicidal from the time I was 9 years old, extremely. I would have killed myself. But I found a friend hanging in his room, and that burned it out of me. In New York, it was the epitome is where I blossomed in the late 50s, run by the artist, famous artist Larry Poons, who used to read with a toilet seat around.
That's Danny Field's lifelong lover.
And
Taylor
then
Mead.
there was the McDougal Cafe with this great proprietor. When the police tried to close it because of some of our poetry is pretty raunchy and four-letter words and everything. And we were
He and Danny Field's the first gay couple I ever knew.
Everything that existed.
Totally enamored with each other.
And the proprietor, whose name I wish I could think of because he's a real hero, he would sit there with a shotgun. You're not closing me down. And I think New York respected its nutcases more than they do now. So we stayed in business, and then Bill Cosby and Woody Allen, but Bill Cosby and Woody Allen were trying to please the audiences, and we were trying to insult them. And
on top of it, soft around, down, the chasm between the mountain's point, flesh round, deep into my throat, slowly, too far away. Can't breathe. Take it. Swallow.
The boombox. I was the first boombox person in New York, only I was very discreet. In the early days of FM in the 50s, the FM stations had to keep going, and they didn't have ads, and they weren't that commercial then. They played music all day. So I'd listen 12, 15 hours a day. I'd listen to music, jazz, classical, pop,